The Pensions UK Annual Conference, a new name for an organisation that's had long-term savers at its heart for more than a century.
We need to find a way to unite everyone involved in pensions and focus on what we're here for.
It's a massive time for pensions, and it's really important that there's a voice in the industry standing up for what pensions are there for, right? Which is to help everyone enjoy a better retirement. There's lots of debate about the role of pensions, both for savers but also in the economy. We're there to really say, what are pensions there for? Fundamentally, they're there to provide an income for people in retirement.
An enduring purpose echoed by Pensions Minister Torsten Bell as he described the industry as a vocation, serving those who've entrusted it with their hard-earned pots.
What is our cause? It is reinforcing one of the great wins of the 20th century over the rest of human history, the existence of retirement. The replacement of work till you drop with a period of later life leisure in relative comfort and for ordinary workers, not just the lucky few. That is what we are ultimately fighting for.
And one of the most significant developments for that system in 2025, a new Pensions Commission.
It is those three lenses of adequacy, fairness and sustainability through which we have been asked by the government to assess the health of the pension system.
Here we have the opportunity to reshape the pension landscape for the 2050s. So Baroness Jeanie Drake described it as reshaping the social contract. It's very significant, and it's probably, I would say, a once-in-a-generational opportunity to really put our best thinking into how we want pensions to be for the future.
With this year's Mansion House Accord including voluntary targets for investment in UK-focused private markets, the responsibility of schemes to play a role in UK growth featured frequently on the agenda, with the contentious topic of the pension bill's reserve powers for government mandation hotly debated.
Unlock capital, yes, but through incentives, not interference, partnership, not pressure.
We've got to have some kind of trigger mechanism to persuade the big consolidated pension super funds that are going to emerge in the next 2 or 3 years to get them to invest in their own backyard. And if they do, I am fantastically optimistic. This country could build the biggest tech economy in Europe by 2040. It could be a magnet for the whole of Europe. We could be kind of amazed at our own ingenuity, stunned by the wealth that we're generating, and pensioners who are retiring on pensions that are 10-20% higher than they are at the moment. So it's all to play for.
Despite some opposing views though, the current sense of momentum in the industry seemed universal amongst the 1,500 industry professionals convening in Manchester.
This is just an amazing time to be it, because the agenda is really about reform and it's about making things better for savers. And there is so much opportunity, and don't get me wrong, I mean the adequacy debate is a great debate and a worry about where we take it, but it's for the right reason. It's about setting that direction of travel to get people where they need to be.
There's so much happening at the moment in pensions and the work isn't finished yet. So we are really focused on 3 key areas. Firstly, governance around trusteeship and administration. Secondly, value for money. And thirdly, default retirement options that people can use when they come to access their savings pot. And if we get these 3 things right, we'll be creating a pension system that really works for savers.
An expert in audience engagement, Louis Theroux, entertained hundreds in the auditorium, whilst financial podcasters, social media educators and veteran policymakers all stressed the vital importance of connection with UK savers.
Financial education from a very early age all the way through college and university and to apprenticeships is absolutely vital.
Because that's empowering for people to have that knowledge.
Very much so, and it might sound boring, but actually once they get engaged with it they find it isn't, because this is their money, it's their future, it's their contribution, and they'll start to think a little bit more about the long term and about their contribution to the world around them.
I grew up in a single parent family, and I see what a lack of education does to communities in terms of the life outcomes that they have. And I know how powerful it is just to get someone at the right time and go, just do this. And what you've got here is a whole industry driving towards that goal. So, from the work that's done here and hopefully the work that I do, millions of people will have a better life. I think that's amazing.
Pensions UK once again providing the forum for the most important conversations in the industry.